Hi everybody, hope you're doing well. This is just a really quick video to show you about some of the ABS data for Queensland that I've put up at an SA1 and SA2 level. As some of you know, if you search for layers in ArcGIS Online, you can use the new map viewer for this too. And you change it from My Content through to ArcGIS Online. I've just added about 14 demographic layers from the ABS. Up in Queensland demographic, that's your best bet, because I've got tags in for those two words. You can see that there's 15 layers, one of them's not mine at the end, but the first 14 are all layers that I've spent a lot of time cleaning and extracting from the ABS geo packages to create some really great data sets for you guys. So you can see I've got education, selected dwelling and household characteristics, labour force, migration characteristics, household and population, and then simple population characteristics too. It's really important that there's quite a lot of data in here. So for instance, if I look at this one, I'm just going to open the items view for a second. I can actually read underneath the description what kind of fields are in here. So if I'm interested in selected labour force characteristics, or education characteristics, place of usual residence 1 or 5 years ago, then this is probably the data set for me. And you can see that's at the SA2 level. So there's a partnering one at an SA1 level too. So you can add both and work from two scales for your students. So let's say I want to add both in. And the good thing about this is it's from the 2016 census data, so nice and reliable data for your students to access. And it might take a moment, but we can see that we've got our choropleth, our boundary layers here. So I'll turn the SA2 off for now, and the SA1 might take them. Maybe I'll go the other way. Turn the SA2 on because it's a bit quicker to load, but you can see that I've got SA2 boundaries for Queensland. And if I click on the change style icon underneath, I can choose from a range of fields that I've put together for us in this data set. So you just got to go in and have a closer look at the data, but there's a ton of data in here from, we can get quite specific. If I wanted to know different usual address 5 years ago from the NT by number of people, then I can essentially click on that and I'll re-click from counts and amounts sizes to counts and amounts colors. And we can see that, the darker the color, the more people that have moved from the NT to Queensland by SA2 level in the last 5 years. So you can see that I guess there's a bit of a correlation between the north of what we would probably assume the north of the Northern Territory to the Cape, and I'm sure if we found more data, we might find a relationship between Indigenous peoples moving between those two areas as well. So I can do that there, and I'll show you really quickly in new map viewer. We can do the same stuff, but it gives us a little bit more flexibility with how we engage with the data. So might just take them, I might have to re-add them actually. So I'll search for them again. Queensland demographic. And if I add those same two ones in, I'll add the SA1 in this time, and we'll go with that. I might have chosen a different one by accident anyway. And I'll return to, or while I'm here, I'll grab the SA2 as it might just be a bit quicker to download. Turn the SA1 off for now. We've got our SA2 that we were just working with, and I'm going to go to styles. I'm going to again choose some fields that I want to show. So maybe this time we can look at something like percentage of employment to population, and maybe percentage of unemployment. And you can actually select multiple fields, as you can see, and you hit add. And again, I'm not sure if there's any kind of relationship. I've just chosen two fields randomly. The great thing about working in Map Viewer 2 is we can choose two characteristics. So you can see that I've got my two fields presented in two separate ways here, but we can also do, I guess, a comparison choropleth as well in different ways, and then it's just a matter of playing with the style options, which you can see there. There's quite a few different styles that you can choose from. Dot density as well. Relationship, this is a good one. But you can see some patterns and whatnot emerge. So really, the reason for this video is to show you that, again, there is quite a lot of 14 new ABS layers that I've pulled in, and I do want to stress that they are extracts. The data sets were absolutely huge, so I've pulled them back and cut them down quite a bit so that they're a bit more usable for our students. Again, I've done an SA2 and an SA1 level, so everything in here will have a partner, which means that you can work at two map extents, two scales, and really start pulling at those population challenges for specific areas in Queensland. Again, feel free to reach out to me if you had any questions or you want some help using this data, or perhaps you wanted some data that I haven't put up. I can work to put that up for you. Alrighty, thanks guys. Bye.